really know. Anyway, this is probably what your movement looks like, right? This is probably what your movement looks like on control. I'm just gonna get the point done. It's very stiff. This is why, like, you know, you see people on keyboard and mouse, their movement looks like this, double movement, right? You're thinking like, that's not what my movement looks like. That's not what my movement looks like. That's not controller movement. My controller movement is ass. No, this is what they look like, right? You're wondering why your movement looks like this, and you can barely like move. Okay, well, simple answer. Okay, this is how you fix your movement. Okay, you can have auto sprint on, you can have auto run on, whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And basically, what you want to do is not use it. So basically, when you're auto running, you should always just be like, you know, you're not gonna build with auto sprint on. I know, like, people do it a lot. A lot of people do it on controller, and they're wondering why the movement is like ass. Like, it is terrible. Anyway, here is the key to having good movement. Basically, when you run, you don't want auto sprint on, because this is what happens when auto sprint's on. Okay, you're not gonna be able to move. That's the point. That's the point of this whole video. Okay, it's icky. It's just bad. Okay, but when you have auto sprint off and you're not using it, if you're not holding auto sprint, this is what your movement will look like. Okay, so basically, when you're in a build fight, don't do this. Don't do this. No, because you can't move. You know, it's just icky. It's harder. Okay, but if you're in a build fight, you sprint without auto sprint, so it looks something like this. Okay, because that's how you're gonna master your movement. It works in boxes. You know, it's perfectly fine. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. But hopefully that helped you get your movement right. So I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Honestly, people will always say, yo, why is my movement all like that, bro? Everyone says double movement is like controller, but how is double movement like controller? I can't do this. I can't do this. Well, that is the simple answer. Okay, make sure when you're sprinting, your auto sprint is not on, because this is the difference, right? This is me moving without auto sprint, without me using auto sprint, and then this is me moving with auto sprint. Okay, so it's basically like you have keyboard and mouse movement. Okay, when you have auto sprint on, it makes you go forward, right? So basically, if I was to move like this, for example, I would have to go like this, and you don't want to do that, right? Because what auto sprint does, obviously, you're gone. You have your controller down. You're not going to be able to turn around, right? So it acts as if you're going in one direction, right? Like if I turn that way, I could do that, whatever. That's basically keyboard movement. Okay, that's keyboard movement on controller, and you don't want that because you have a controller. Okay, so when you don't have auto sprint on, it stops that from happening. So it's like you can, whatever way you face your analog stick is the way you're going to go, because that's the way controller should work. And if you don't, you're a dumbass. Anyway, alright, I hope that did help someone. If it didn't, then you can, I don't know, just subscribe. I don't really care. Anyway, that's an easy solution. Just do it. Trust me. It's going to be way better. Because if you're in a box, you don't want to do this. You don't want to just be like someone, just be like, hey, yo, I got the god movement. I got the god movement. And then just be running towards him. You know what I'm saying? This is like, it's definitely, it's just icky. Okay. If you're in a box, you know, you might. Okay, well, obviously it's gonna be. Anyway, you know what you're doing.
Hey, you know what I mean? I'm just tired of all this bullshit. I just wanna love. We don't gotta fuck. You can be on the other side, maybe.